The librarian's quiet ink was a very special pen. It lived in the quietest corner of the library, nestled amongst books filled with adventures and tales of faraway lands. This pen wasn't just for writing new stories. It had a magical ability to mend torn pages and faded words, making old stories whole again. The librarian, a kind woman with twinkling eyes, would often say, "Words have power, little one. They can tell us wonderful things, and they can also heal." One day, a little girl named Lily came to the library with her favorite book. It was a story about a brave knight, but one of the pages had been ripped right through the middle. Lily was very sad because she couldn't read how the knight saved the day. The librarian smiled gently and said, "Don't worry, Lily. Quiet ink can help." The librarian carefully took quiet ink and held it over the torn page. A soft, gentle glow came from the tip of the pen, and as it moved across the tear, the paper seemed to knit itself back together. The missing words reappeared, clear and bright, as if they had never been gone. Lily watched in amazement as her book was made whole again. Another time, a young boy named Tom found an old book with faded ink. The letters were so light he could barely read the exciting tale of a pirate ship sailing on the stormy sea. He brought it to the librarian, and quiet ink was ready to help once more. As the librarian gently traced the faded words with quiet ink, the letters grew darker and clearer. The story of the brave pirates came to life again, and Tom could finally imagine the ship sailing through the wild waves. He was so happy that he could now read this amazing adventure. Quiet ink wasn't just for fixing physical damage. Sometimes, stories got a little mixed up in children's minds, and they would forget parts or get the characters confused. The librarian would use quiet ink to gently remind them of the correct order of events, helping the story flow smoothly again in their imaginations. The children learned that words were precious. They held stories, adventures, and even comfort. Just like quiet ink could mend a torn page, kind words could mend hurt feelings, and thoughtful stories could bring understanding and joy. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow through the library windows, the librarian would often read aloud stories that quiet ink had helped to restore. The children would listen, their eyes wide with wonder, feeling safe and peaceful surrounded by the magic of words. And so, thanks to the librarian's quiet ink, every story in the library, whether old or new, whole or mended, continued to bring joy, teach lessons, and whisper dreams to all who opened their pages.